Right. It's time to pack and then leave. This is the last scavenger run we have done. And now we are basically just going to find a good place. If we're really lucky, we get maybe 8 hazelnut trees. And a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And we have managed not to have too many people, because that is not good. Not good. Although I have regularly migrated with over 400. It's a stress that I love. I have to admit I do love it. Anyway. So this is going to be the last video, and it probably will be a little bit long. A little bit. But I'm going to cut away a lot of nights and, you know, boring periods. Let me see. I'm gonna go as soon as daytime starts. Look, we have quite a bit of Neolithic influence, but we need more. But now at least we can make the round houses. Yeah. So we're going to go raid the piece. For sure. Because we want peace. We really need peace. Let's get going. This is going to be fun. Or maybe not. You can see the speed they are running out from the tribe with, the migrants. Because the raiders, because raiders and traders, they go twice as fast as the tribe when you're migrating. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I see trees we are not supposed to have. Oh, I do see 1 hazelnut. Oh, and I see 2. And 3. Okay, so that's 3. Of course, I also saw pears. And there's good crossings here that we can come over. We don't have to walk for half a mile to find a place to cross, which is always a good idea, to have good crossings. And there's plenty reed, and there's plenty fiber. At the moment, we're not going to need a lot of fiber. We're not going to produce a ton of storages. And we're going to be happy with around 40 ropes on average. But of course, there's going to be a lot of building up to do, so we need to make sure that within 2 years we must have housing for everyone. Oh, look more. Right, so now we have 8, 7, plus more pear trees. I have not seen any rose hips yet. We might not have it here yet. They tend to grow up though, so it's not like you will never have rose hips. But you never know. It is random. Both the density, regrowth, all these things. And of course availability. See, there's another crossing there. So yeah, let's just plonk our asses down. Not too close to the edge to the right, but a little bit further in. Oh, I see pear trees. Over there. Yeah. Shall we go close to them? Because we do want pears. Although pears have very little calories. It's like 600, I think. 600 calories. We still want them because it's a 12 appeasement. A minus 12. Which means it takes away appeasement by 12. It takes away unrest by 12. For heaven's sakes. I'm not going to put limits on those. Because they will basically never be filled. Because we're going to keep the tribe so busy. Okay, we're going to try to not overhunt because we need to eat up what we've got. What do you have? Don't need you. We are going to get down the graves. Just get it done. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I always do that. Try to aim a bit better. Okay, let's start with that. And of course, a few offerings. Always a good idea. And then we're going to do our fireplace. I'm gonna do something afterwards because I'm not gonna have 5 million fireplaces. We are like 60 something. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do because I find it so difficult to get correct distance, like equal distance from one to the next. I'm using a method that actually works for me. And then we're going to remove this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one. Now, that's much better. Now they have equal distance to each other. Because if it hadn't, it would annoy me. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. Right, so let's get sticks, and we are going to get a few pears. We're not going to chop trees. No, no, no. We're not going to crop anything. But let's get... yeah. You guys. And we need stones. Lots of stones. A bit of... yeah, not doing those. And a bit of mud as well. I quite like this. We could build a passage tomb at the end up here. That would be a bit cool. Or have a specific house there. Methinks. Okay, done those. I feel it's quite a bit to organize when you start a new locality. So you don't have to do the storage areas. You can wait with those. They won't run away. Oh, I don't want to do those. Let's do these. So I'm going to place down one maxed out farm, but I'm not going to have it all as one thing. I'm going to divide them up, but for now they're going to be like this because we're going to clear it first, and we're going to let the tribe clear it. See, so it's a tribe task. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. Nice, even more stoneworking knowledge. Never a bad idea. So at the moment there are no new changes because I'm still on 5.3, and so are you guys. But of course there's a lot happening on the dev server and coming to testing very soon. It is mostly going to be some small fixes, and I think I found 4 bugs that needs to be sorted. Yeah, get the pears, guys, get the pears. So we had 7 or 8 hazelnut trees. That will have to do for now. That's all we get. Don't forget that the locality will also increase its food that grows in the wild based on your population. Okay, getting down dryers. Let's have them over here. It looks quite cool by the water. Also going to do silence as well, because those are needed too. Let's do the 3, 5, 6. We're going to go steal beets as well. And those are going for peas. Yeah. Or is it? There it is. 1 tanner for you. and 1 tanner for you. There you go. So this is not going to be our Dance on Roses. It's going to be hard. Because we can't hunt up everything there is. We can't fish up everything there is. We are certainly going to try to get as much of the wild produce as possible. Because it will be at least 2 years before all farms are up. Because we also need to make sure that we build housing within 2 years for everyone. Within 2 years, we don't want anyone sleeping by the fireplace. And when you're trying to get up farms, you know that when you also have a lot of housing you need to get up, not a lot, we're only 60 something. When you have housing that must come up, also good quality housing, you know you can't afford to spend your entire workforce on more farms. So you need to start in the smaller, which is what we are going to do. We're going to start in the small with just one, and we divide on the 2 types. Then we're going to have beets and peas. So then we'll just have to take 1 day at a time. We are probably going to almost deplete both the fish and the wild produce or the wild animals when those 2 years have passed. So when we finally get enough food from farms, if we ever do, that is a big if. I have not tested the peas properly after they were increased up here. So now we can actually have peas. In comparison to a few months ago, we couldn't even have peas. They were just impossible to grow. They cost more to plant than we got back. So nobody should plant peas. But now they've changed, so now we need to see if we get them around 30% blue. I will be so thrilled. Because even though you have a 900 farm with beets is only 600 calories. While the pulses are 2000. And they last longer. Yeah, so they will easily feed you over winter and through spring. But one thing also, which is completely within what's reasonable when you're playing hardcore up here, it is that you have to constantly mix and jiggle and tricks with the policies, all the policies. What you don't want to tricks a lot with is the work aids, because you want all of them to be working all the time. At least when you are establishing the first 2 years, you really don't have time to do anything else but that. What I'm going to do to make sure we get at least 1 small with beets and at least 1 small with peas done, I'm going to make small ones and have them for security, so to make sure they are actually done. Oh, that one is good. Did you see the other one was 30 plus and this one is 75? But even though it's 75, the peas will still grant more food. So don't be tricked by it being 75, because it's still a lot less food than a 30% farm of peas. Just remember that. It's like 2.5 times more with peas. 3 more times more. Beets are 600, so, and peas are 2000. So how many times does 600 go in 2000? 3 plus 0 point something. So it's over 3 times more food in the peas than it is in the beets. So don't be tricked by that it is 75%. It's still way little. Way less than you get with your peas. If you go up here, always rely on your peas. Peas are super important. They are actually more important than anything else you can plant within the first 2 years. Because peas will make sure that you build a foundation for managing through winter, through spring, without hammering too much on your wild food, like the prey and the fish. So when you have a bit control on the income of food, it's time to calm down the hunters, let them do vermin only, like rats and hares, and then also calm down on the fishermen. When you calm down on fishermen, you could experience that you're losing some level of knowledge, but all migrants bring all these levels back anyway. Let's put 8 of these. I don't think I'm going to build more of those. I have a little bit less of the pelts than I thought I would. We're going to have these. These are going to stay though, because we're going to have some leather. Not all. We're only going to have a few, and then we're going to have quite a few with stone, so we don't hammer so much on straw. Because until we get a hang of doing the wheat farming, we only have the locality the wild produce from locality to rely on, and you know, truth be told, that's not a lot. So yeah, until we get the wheat farms, we have to be careful with not hammering too much on straw for building. We're also going to need straw for the livestock when they come. I expect they will come within the next 500 years or so. By 3500 BC, we should start getting them. Because Norway had both pigs, sheep, cattle, and goats by 4k BC, at least. So it's not unreasonable to aim for livestock within the next 500 years. Okay, so now the peas have come home. So now we have peas for sure. Now we just wait for the beets, because they are coming as well. Just hope I don't lose any people, because I only sent 6. What are you? Yeah, you're going to be beets as well. There you go. So since we have not discovered the bone house yet, we are stuck with the wooden spears, and the wooden spears are only 25% help. So this is going to be slow. Tilling is going to take forever, like really forever. Until we got bone house, it's going to be a chore, and we have to use a lot more people than we normally would if we had bone house. Where am I going to put these? I should put them by the edge over here where I put the dryers. I could do that. It'll be a bit cozy. I think I'm going to have to, but I'm going to start with one first, obviously. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's have a small circle of farms here. Let's just see how it looks. Oh, it's a bit too close, isn't it? Yeah, it's too close to the tanner. I need to delete it. Let's redo. Oops. Do it again. Can't have it too close. Because people need to be able to walk, you know. Let me see. That's better. Yeah. There you go. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be you. More peas, more peas. Always rely on peas. You know, that kind of goes for the entire Europe. Because at the start, the best thing you can rely on is always peas. Keep an eye on your regional tribes, because they will change their commodity regularly, sometimes several times per year. Yeah, so tilling is going to take ages. Not even exaggerating, it's going to take a long time. Because they're running around with wooden spears. Also, we do not have our storage for our tools. That means that they will have high decay, because they will have high usage. When you are tilling, you are literally slaughtering the wood. So you will need to perhaps at some point increase the amount of wooden spears that your crafters are doing. I'm going to see how much we lose while we are tilling and planting. So planting goes normally. Planting is much faster than tilling. So that won't be a problem. The problem will always be tilling to start with, because you won't have any help in the bone house. At least not until you get them. Then you of course will do better, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna stop recording when it's boring and a lot of the nights. So you will see a few a few hopping. Oh yeah, okay, let's see what we got here. No animal. Well, she's got agriculture, which is always welcome. We'll take them. So since tribe is blue, they won't have a ton of births. We won't have a ton of migrants. But, oh gosh, look how old she is now. Not good. She's going to stop us doing what we need to do, and that is not good. So these are all up, yeah. But we are building more, of course. I'm going to have a few of these as well. They will, of course, in time, be deleted because they are the most uneconomical house you could possibly have with regards to straw. They take 150 and they take like 70 to be repaired, between 50 and 70. And I think that's a lot. I think that's a lot when you have many. So we're not going to have any in the end. None. Okay. Get this cleared and get started on the bigger farms. I'm going to make a full 900, but I'm also going to divide it into a few pieces because one should be a smaller one with beets, and then the rest of the big one should be with peas. We're not going to build more because we don't have people to clear more, because clearing the first time always take a long time and a lot of people, and also tilling without bone hoes also take a long time. So even though we could build more farms, we shouldn't do it because we won't have the people to cover them. So we need to do it bit by bit. Whether we like it or not. Keeping an eye on the graves, it's important. Can't forget them even though we're busy. Well, we're not lacking ropes, I'm okay with that. But look at her now, we have reduced by 2 notches the workforce. We really need to get a new leader now so we can save the harvest, because this is not looking good. In a few sleeps she's gonna do all at limit, then everything will be on default, and half my flipping workforce will be sitting on their tush doing nada. I don't like that at all. And I don't dare to banish, because tribe will get unrest, banishment unrest. We already have lack of housing arrest. We'll already have lack of decent housing arrest. So that will automatically be combination unrest, which easily could mean people start leaving. Absolutely. But you see they're working now. You can see how slow they are when they have to do the tilling. Goodness me. They stand on the same cell forever. And it doesn't help that we basically only have 10% agriculture on a few people, while all the rest has no agriculture at all. So everything is so slow to start with, like seriously slow. And now we can't max out our work edge. Now it's on default. I need her to die now, our leader. might sound disrespectful, but we need to complete our farms, otherwise we're dead. Dang, it's hard. Yeah, look at that. Didn't lose anyone, and they are bringing home beets. So out of those that you can see, only a few of them have agriculture knowledge. The rest have to learn the rudimentary skills, which can take days. But normally it doesn't take that long for agriculture, simply because they are working from morning till evening, because they don't take any breaks. They just start working in the morning and they keep going. That means that they are practicing more on the skills than, for instance, a fisherman who goes from pool to pool without getting skills, because they are walking so much. Because you don't get skills when you are traversing. You only get skills when you're actually doing the action. Yeah. So in that sense, agriculture should never be an issue to learn for most tribe members. It's probably the skill that is most useful to have for more than a few people in the tribe, because you need so many to do the farming every year. You basically need almost 100% of your population to do the farming, at least on hardcore, because you get so little food out of your farms in comparison to beginner and normal. So this is something that we need to calculate in. I'm going to let them work in peace. Now the beets have come home, so they can start planting. As soon as they're done with the tilling, which still is ongoing. This is day 3 of tilling alone, isn't it? Taking ages. Taking ages, seriously. So one of the things that some, at least the newer players, do wrong is that they have too much to do when they land. The priority should always be graves, fireplaces, any housing, and then start your farms. So also with regards to when to migrate, don't migrate in the middle of planting season. Migrate right before you're supposed to start clearing. So if you migrate around October, November, not only do you get starter fees when everything is ripe and ready to be harvested, but you also have 2 months to get up fireplaces and some housing and graves before you need to start preparing to clear and till the fields. Because if you plonk your asses down in the middle of planting season, then you don't have the days you need to do the work, and there's no way you will manage to complete your farms. Unless you create 2 tiny farms, like 30 cells, and that's it. Then you might manage it. Okay, we have 3 available. So better safe than sorry. Let's make a few more. So yeah, it's just as important to migrate at the right time as it is to migrate, I almost said, as it is to get the seeds. You need to migrate at the right time. If you're too late to plant something, for instance, if you're too late to plant wheat, if you get wheat, change that farm to something that you still have time to plant. Don't let it lie fallow, unless it's because you lack people. Then you can let it lie fallow. Before that, don't. Yeah? So you don't need insanely good housing to start with. You can get up your pelt huts, but just make sure that nobody has to sleep in the open for more than 4 nights in a row, because then they will start building that unrest. Oh, finally, a new leader. Oh, goodness. And she's fairly young as well. Let's go, guys. I'm going to put on rationing as well. A few days where they basically get very little to eat. You guys can handle that. We have to fiddle around with the work hours and everything. Everything on hardcore up here. So you're not that forced in beginners or normal for that matter. But you might actually be on beginners up here as well, but not down in France area and some more southern, because the yield is so high in comparison to what it is up here, even on beginners. But you could get away with it further down south, around France, region 2 and region 3-ish. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, just keep going. Now it's their turn to till for 3 years. Thank goodness we have several days to do the tilling. So on fast I would have to use three times more people. But I'm really chuffed that we found peace, because peace is the most important to have done. To get the peace up. I think that was her husband, our old leader's husband. Or at least there are many enough working on the task. So I think we got a new leader in time, just in time. Maybe. I need to go get some more food now, so I need to take down the communal tasks a little bit. Okay, so that one is done. That's good. So now there's only blue. Blue needs, means it's below 15% needing houses still. We'll do this one too. Then we'll go even lower. And stone is plus 30 sleep quality. So if we can manage to get up 3, 4 so people can rotate well, then we will be in the green of happiness. But we don't want too many babies though, because yeah, look how beautiful it is. This is Lilly weather. I would love to have this weather, but you never see it in England. Yeah, the raw hides and the leather is the only thing that is being decaying. I'm gonna add a few of these. I'm gonna add this one because we have 17. That means we can get rid of 10 of them and then lose less to decay. Yeah, I'll place down 2 of those as well. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do at least 2 more, or maybe more. I don't know. We'll see how people are behaving. Still tilling. But you will see as soon as they're done tilling, they will plant in record speed, really fast. Ooh, more migrants. Let's have a look-see. Yeah. Ooh. Do you see what I see? That's pottery. Now we have pottery. And by this, we also have 11 knowledges, and I'm absolutely going to save. I'm going to save just in case, suitcase. Because if it goes really titty up, I'm going to reload. But I'm going to show you, if it goes titty up, I'm going to show you why it went titty up, and then we're going to rectify it. But for now, I think we are in control. We just need to be careful to not bleed dry the environment, because then we have no other choice but to migrate again. We cannot stay in an area where there's no more fish or no more wild prey to hunt. We just can't. Because we don't have enough farms to keep us going through the entire year. We must rely on the wildlife a little bit. A little smidgen. A few stone graves. I don't want too many. Some at least. We are in the end going to build a passage to them anyway, I hope. I hope we survive to build a passage soon. We will find out. I mean, how bad can it be? And that, my dear darling game, is not a challenge. Although I do appreciate challenges. Well, it looks like he's got increase in woodworking. He does. 5%. I'll take him. Ta-da. Excellent. Look at that. We actually managed to get it completed. We also completed the beats, but I kind of knew the beats would be completed. Let's do some normals. Well, I don't want too many of the stones. I think I got too many stones. Maybe I should take away a few. Because we don't want a ton of stones, because we need them for housing, don't we? Look at that, now we have 2. You can see we have the housing we need. But even though nobody is sleeping by the fireplace anymore, we still have people that are sleeping in the lesser houses. And they will let you know that they don't love it, they expect better. And hopefully we can build more of the stone round houses to rotate better. So 70-30 ratio would be ideal for this population. Oh, for all populations really. So yeah. See how overworked they are? They're not happy about the work hours. We have so little food, oh my word. So but look, the beets are almost ready to be harvested. So we're going to be safe. Look, there you go. They are ready to harvest now. I'm skipping some of the video, the boring part, so it looks a little bit cut up, but it's because it was boring things, not really anything happening. So yeah, always get up your farms and migrate well before clearing and tilling time, so you have time to properly clear your farm, because you need all the days you can possibly get to get up any farms. God, I lost a lot of people. So many old people. The ratio between old and children born is so erroneous, because we don't have enough. Look, 7 and then 26 elderly. They keep dying, and new kids are not being born that much. Simply because we don't have enough happiness to have a bigger ratio of children born compared to elders. Also, the majority of the migrants we have gotten, they were adults, of course. So that also plays a part. Let's see if we can find wheat. If we can't, I'll just put it to do peas instead. Yes, food incoming. Overwork, unrest is yellow. Oh boy. Could be painful. But at least we've survived the first year. But we don't have a lot of food. There's like, yeah, not much. Let's get down thresher so we can do the wheat grains. I haven't found any wheat yet, and none of the the regional tribes has it yet. So we just have to keep an eye on it. But for now we need to rely on the beets and the peas, especially the peas. Absolutely the peas. Let's give the boys somewhere to sit. No, let's do the middle ones. Crafters do like to sit on stuff or inside the better housing when they craft. So let's give them the benches at least. People also, of course, sit there and socialize and eat and stuff. And just chilling out. Because we do have enough logs. We're not worried about that. And as we replace, as we get more and more of the good housing down, we're going to remove the pelt huts until we have none of them left, because we are going to use the pelt pit hut instead, because that is much less unrest from them, or there is better sleep quality. Let's give these to the builders group so they can repair and also dismantle, etc. How much do we have? 72. So there's a few percentages left that the timeline will allow us to have. You can see there's a small sliver of grey. So we're going to work towards that. Ooh, still some time to go. But we do have a little bit of beets. Happy about that. After they changed the efficiency of the tribe, I find it a lot harder to manage with 400 plus on hardcore up here. I'm not sure I can even manage 200. I'm going to have to check it out and do some experimenting to see if it is possible to actually do it. It could be that due to that the peas now actually are worth doing, we could manage it. But I'm not going to write anything in stone until I've tried it, because the efficiency of the tribe is diminished. The devs wanted us to use the policies much more actively than we used to. Because you could easily go through an entire beginner and normal game without even touching the policies. But now, especially on hardcore, there's no way you can go through an entire game without constantly adjusting their policies. Not only the work case, but also the rationing and the communal tasks versus the group tasks. So in that sense, they have succeeded. That doesn't mean I love it, because I use the policies besides anyway. I always use policies no matter, even when it wasn't that needed, because I wanted the efficiency. So yeah, we'll see how we can fare. But at the moment, we are going to be stingy on accepting people. Only those who have something they can add or have good grades will be accepted. But since we are not super duper happy, we won't have a ton of migrants anyway. Just like we don't have a ton of kids or births. No, very few pregnancies. So we're going to have a poor balance between births and older people for a while yet. Look at that, 31%. Oh gosh, I'm so chuffed at that. You have no idea. I remember when it cost more to plant than you got back when you harvested. That was a hard realization. It came after they changed the temperature effects on all foods, and to make places, various geography places, different from each other. So not everything was so much the same. Look at this one. Oh, you need quite a bit more pottery, don't you? Yeah. You need 30% for that one. I thought you needed for this one, but you don't. Yeah, but this one. No, not that one either. It's the dairy station you need pottery. Yeah. And that one needs a bit more pottery, yeah. We'll get there, bit by bit. Bit by bit. Look at that longhouse. Oh, we only lack a little bit. Look at that. 3% architecture and only 1% woodworking. Oh. But we are going to play as intended. We're not going to spam. But I'm really chuffed that we can get it. We can get longhouses more or less pre-3500 BC. I love that. Because before they changed it, we could easily go down to 1500 BC before we got it. But now, I asked to have all knowledges probability for 100% at 1500 BC. And my reasoning was that it makes absolutely zero sense that you cannot reach max of all knowledges the timeline brings before the game is supposed to be over. Because the game is only coded to be until the start of the Metal Ages, or till the start of the majority of Metal Ages, which is roughly 1500 BC. So that was a logic that the devs agreed with. So I asked for all knowledges to be able to be reached 100% by 1500 BC. And of course it makes sense, because if the game ends at 1500%, at 1500 BC, should you not also by that time be able to get everything that the game has? Of course, to me it's logic. Gosh, not a single one has dang. We're just gonna have to wait with the wheat grain. It is what it is, I'm afraid. Yeah. No wheat grain for us yet. Ooh, migrants. Only one though. Oh, but he has 4 skills. I'll take him. Because also the knowledges that each member can learn has been reduced a bit. Because we had some with like 7. Like seriously, that's a lot. So the average now will be between 3 and 5. And of course it also depends on their grades, their attributes. If you are slow, if you are stupid, clumsy, these things, you will see that they don't learn as many. Let's have more peas. I might be gaping over too much now. I might. But you know, we can pause them. Nobody's saying we must have it like this, but I'm going to prepare some of the farms that we will be needing down the line. So we are definitely keeping people super busy. Oh, there's so little food. I'm hoping they will find some wheat out in the wild and come home and thresh it, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Yeah, get them peas, because now we're basically out of food. We're out of food. And I still have my fishermen and my hunters very low in amounts, so that we shan't hammer too much on the wild produce, on the wild animals. Because we probably will have to rely on them for a nice little trickle. Because it also brings plus food, doesn't it? Because you also need on hardcore, specifically, to be a bit aware how important plus happiness food is. Like pears, clams, berries, mushrooms, honey for sure. And of course, raw meat. So raw meat is only +7 though, or -7 on happiness, so it gives 7 happiness, while honey give 20. Yeah. Right, so we got a mud oven built, but I always forget that they keep crawling into each other, these resource window and the thingy. The second it changes, it grows upwards, so it goes underneath my groups, instead of growing downwards, which it really should, in my opinion. It grows upwards. I wish I could lock it and I wouldn't have this issue, because they keep going under the group setup, so we can't see. I don't always pay attention to it, because I don't know, I feel I have a okay overview no matter. Let's do this one. Then we get more to rotate. Ta-da. Might lack a little bit of straw in the end. So this one is empty. Nobody's sleeping in this one. That means we can... Well, not now. One... Okay, never mind. I'm full of it. They're all in use. But when they are empty, like nobody needs to sleep in them, then we're going to remove a few. And we need people to get practice. We really need them to get practice in agriculture, because we cannot have it like because there's too little skills going around. Too little skills. No, there's no point, because they are only 4 on that one anyway, so how much less can they be? Look at you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she has good grades. Look at her. She has good grades. She could be good. I'm going to take these. Oh, look at that. Now we've got enough Neolithic influence to build the proper offerings. And they will be much better. Well, from 20% to 30%. And the best part is they only ask for mud, while the Mesolithic offerings, they ask for fine sticks. You know why? Because they have dream catchers. Oh, yeah. So Neolithic offerings are much more economical, but they only need a bit of mud. And mud, and that's it. It's 30 prayer service, so there will be higher appeasement for those who are using it to pray. Yeah. Okay, so for once we have some food. You can see we're not hammering a lot on the wild produce at all, because we need to be so careful. Oh, I'm a little bit worried, because this place doesn't have rose hips either. And we fairly quickly ran out of clams, but clams is only 600 calories. I mean, we have so much low calorie foods and so little of the high calorie up here. Oh, we need more peas for sure. Oh, my cat is trying to lay on my hands. You can't come now, Humpa. Humpa Lump. Go lay in my bed instead. Look at that. Lovely made bed. It's weird when you've got cats and they want attention. They always try to lay on top of your hands of whatever you're doing, or lay on top of your papers or whatever it is that you have. And my cat Humpa is exactly like that. He's a heavy dude. He's a mix between an Abyssinian and a Somali, and he weighs like 6 kilos. And when he lays on my hand, I can't use the keyboard because I get so tired. I need to push him away, and he doesn't love that. I don't think any cat likes to be pushed away. Let me see. We should get them into groups. These as well. I think I'm going to have roughly 12 on those. Yeah, there should be, because now we have cleared, and so the clearing that will be needed for next season is not going to be much. So you're going to need much less people to get started now on the farms next year. Because they're starting now, aren't they? Yeah. They're going to start any moment, but we still do not have wheat. What a pity. What a pity. So even though you have the probability of getting all the food types, all the crop types in each and every locality, it's still random if you actually get it and when you get it, you know. There's no guarantee. And the crop type that I have at least observed is the most likely to come in every place are flax. And also, oh, hello! Our first cow, and it's a female. Oh, look, the calories have been reduced. In testing a few weeks ago, they were 11,000. I'm not kidding. 11,000 calories per day on an adult cow. So I asked if we had gone crazy. So now it's reduced to 5,000 something. But so is the milk. The milk is also reduced. But what is that, Lily? What is cowboys, Lily? Lily, what's cowboys? God, you and your spelling. The meat you can get from your cattle, though, is 3 times higher. So these will give several hundred meat. Yeah, and the reason I always have 3 people in a starter herder group, even though it's only 1 animal, is because when slaughter time comes, if you have 3 people, which is the max amount of people you can have on stripping, you run the risk of losing much less meat overnight than you do if you only have 1. So keep that in mind. Or small animals, like hares and rats, you're only allowed to have 1 person doing the stripping. But everything else, including your livestock, will always allow 3 people doing the stripping at the same time. Ergo, you have a much less waste on the meat if you have 3 people to always do it. Yeah, and we're going to give her, of course, hay, because we cannot afford to give her anything else to eat, nothing else. So we are now swapping our straw for milk and meat, and it's a good deal, but we really need to get straw. We need to get wheat and get wheat planted, because we need the calories from the bread, or at least if we can't make bread enough, we get the calories from the grains. The grains only give 13 unhappiness. It's better than and bones, because bones give 20 unhappiness. Dear Lord, that's a lot. So you guys don't have enough peas, because I planted the other one, the big round one, so there's some lack. Yeah, those can be beets, but these don't have enough. Oh well, we got some planted at least. Now we're out, because I added a big one, didn't I? A big circular. Oh, that was supposed to be wheat, but we didn't get any wheat, so then we transferred the wheat over to peas, so they took more seeds than we had. But at least now we got 1 big one. See this one here? We have 1 big one plus the other one, which is a bit big as well. Now we have more food incoming next harvest, which is what we need. We really need it. I'm getting a little bit worried about the lack of wheat grains, I have to admit. Oh look, oh, it's red. Oh, for heaven's sakes. But there you go. Had to be done. I've made 1 group to take care of vermin only, but only a few people, and also the other hunting group is to do the larger prey, except the wild horses, cause we only had 4 wild horses when we came, so I don't dare to start hunting them. And we don't have aurochs, which is so sad, because they give so much food. They can give up to 400 meat if you have a biologically increased size auroch that dies. Oh. So everything is made much harder for hardcore. There's no doubt about it. It's hard. It's a hard knock life for us. It certainly is. Right, so remember to have enough service points so that people don't have to stand for 3 years in a line, because that is a waste of workforce. Oh, look at her. She has such an increase in agriculture. I'm not... Oh! Bone hose. We now can make bone hose. We are definitely going to make bone hose. We're going to make like 100, I think. We're like 60, 70 people. Yeah, so we do need something more, because we need to rotate them. Otherwise, they will be so quickly worn out. The decay is added on a realistic basis, but I still protest that the wooden spears, they decay way too fast. And this got the discussion going about adding hoes, so you're welcome. The hoes are there because of me, because I was arguing about that our ancestors will not use flipping toothpicks to do the farmland, guys. And then I did the research for hoes, and I presented the one you see in game plus one more, which will come later, but it is in testing already. Just saying. Just saying. Go get it. Go get it. 100. I'm going to start with 2 only. Because we have so little meat that we don't have a ton of bones either, so there won't be a lot to start with. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a male. Okay. Males can be used for emergency slaughter. Oh, she has increase in leatherworking by 10%. No kidding. Oh, and she also has pottery. We are definitely going to take these guys, because we do need pottery. So this guy I'm going to leave alone until we need to slaughter him. Yeah. So the reason why I put my studs out in tribe view is simply because if they are in the groups, they will be slaughtered when they are 9 years old. The goats, at least. Or is it 11? Oh god, now I don't remember. I think it's 9. Yeah, because that's when the females go unproductive. They no longer can bear offspring, and they will no longer produce milk, the goats. But males can live much longer and still be productive, because males can reproduce till the day they die. So this is the reason why I have some studs out in tribe view, especially when you're trying to build up your stock of animals so they don't get slaughtered. Like if you have only one, say you only have one bull, then you need him to live longer so that you have a higher chance of getting offspring. Because if you don't have a bull, you won't get offspring. So that's why it's smart when you're trying to build up your stock to basically just have your males in tribe view so that they don't get slaughtered. Because when they are in tribe view, then tribe will treat them like any other wild animals. They will leave them be until they die from old age, and then they will strip them, just like they do with any self-fed animals in the wild as well. Yes, small tip. So the amount of animals I would try to have is between 40 and 50 of each species. I might have to go down on some because I'm not sure we can get enough straw production to keep up with 150 or even 120 animals. We'll just have to see if we get that far, because there's no way, oh, more migrants, there's no way we can have more than that. Unless we have more. Oh, yeah, I'll take him. There's no way we can have more on that if we are relying on wheat to give the straw. And I don't want to make more than max 2 flax farms, because we won't be needing the fiber. And even though we can feed animals the flax, we do need to consider food for the humans first. So bread and peas is what we're going to focus most on. And now it's it goes so fast, it's got to be planting. That's all there can be. Okay, now we're year 17. So we did manage to get housing up before year 2 for everyone, which is excellent. I think we had housing right around year 1 after we moved, which is okay, but some of them weren't that great. So we are adding better and better as we go along. What do you have? Oh yeah, I'll take you. He's got good grades as well, plus he's biologically big. Look at that. Nice. 5% extra. Let's do it. Yeah. So for those of you that don't remember, the tribe view of knowledges, the grey is what timeline allows you, and blue is what the tribe already has. Then you can keep an eye on and see how much more can I learn before the next step in the timeline. Yeah, so just keep an eye on your grays, because they will show you exactly what you can and can't do. Oh, thank goodness the beets are ready to be harvested. We have so little food, oh my goodness. But what we do have is we have several large farms done with peas. So if we are lucky, we actually get enough to go over winter and spring with peas, and then can put fishing and raw meat or prey hunting on pause. Hoping. Here's to hoping. So we just tipped below 3,500 BC, which means that we should start to get a few more animals, livestock, with the migrants. Well, of course, we need to keep them happy, 91%. And that is simply because we got okay rotation on the better housing. So we have 4 of the really good ones, plus 30 sleep quality. Yeah. So soon we're going to get the pairs as well, which will also increase people's happiness. Excellent. Yeah. Complete these 2. But the exciting part is going to be when we get the peas, because I think we could maybe manage to feed the tribe over winter and over spring, so that we can pause the hunters, except those who are doing the vermin. They can continue doing the vermin, but the other ones should be paused. No wheat. I'm gonna go check and see if anyone has got it yet. Oh, I kind of want to raid that one. Do I have enough people to raid? I think I'll do that. There's a lot of calories, isn't it? A lot of calories. Are we really not going to have any graves still? What a pity. Well, we just have to wait. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Okay, that's the beats done. Good, good. Oh, been chucking out some raiders. I just need to get people to raid some ropes and some peas, because we do want peas with high calorie. Absolutely. He's done as well. Then all the beets are inland. Now we're just waiting for the peas. I have high hopes for the peas. High hopes. That's those done. Yeah. I'm actually going to make this into a 1 now. These 2 smaller ones. I'm not going to make it complete because I don't think we have enough people for it, and we should prioritize the peas because they will give more food. But we do need some, so we get some around summertime for them to nibble on. But that's what it is, it's just a nibble. Because it's so low calories. Even though it's 75%, it's still not worth it, to be honest. Just have to wait and see how much peas we can get. Because those are the ones we must rely on. Those are the ones that will actually feed the tribe. Not the beets. Beets are just small trickles that will help a little bit, but not. Can't rely on beets only. Not gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ooh, look at that. Good, good. So I'll take down the rationing. Make them eat full meals again. Oh, they're dying in combat now. Not, oh, these have not arrived yet. Really? You lost 2? Just a few flipping ropes? Darn it. Oh god, no, we lost more people. 56. I'm not going to wait till we lose more. I'm just going to cross them out, let them go home. Every little helps. We get up more of the stone houses because we can build more of these, and we will build more of these, and we can remove one more of the pelt huts. Like that. Like that. 7 ropes. Yeah. It's better than kicking the teeth. Oh! 1. 1. We've got half our grain. I think we're going to start with this one. to wheat to start with what, half a grain? I think that's what we're going to do. Because there's none in tribal or regional tribes, so we have to rely on our own localities. Now we've been here, yeah, we're going into year 3 now, so now it's come up with a few wheat crops, so we get half. We're only going to get half a grain, but half a grain can be enough to start. So this one here I'm going to make into wheat. Then we can start doing bread. What are you lacking? Yeah, we don't have flour because we don't have wheat grain. But I've paused the mill anyway, so that they shan't make things into flour that we can't eat anyway. So that is not a good idea. Yeah. I'm going to make one more pea farm. Let's see where can I put it. This can continue over here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh gosh. I always do that. I never learned. There you go. More peas. I might be asking a bit much. There you go. I guess you guys should have a few more people. Might be a bit cocky. We'll find out how cocky we are. Yeah, get them pears, get them pears. Oh, get this one too. But don't chop it. Guys don't have to do that one. Let the hunters get the skin. Now some of these has bone hoes. So that means they will be done much quicker with the tilling. See how quickly they were done? Because it goes so much faster. So much faster. When you got proper hoes. Yeah. We got at least 50. Look at that. We got 50 wheat seeds out of that half seed we had, or that one seed we had. I'm quite happy with that, I must admit, because that is a start. That is a start. Yeah. And when we have enough seeds, I'm going to make this one as well, this one here, into wheat. I'm not sure this one is going to be made, because I don't have enough access. I'm not giving them more, so they would just have to wait. But we only had, oh, now we have none. We had only a few of the hoes, because we didn't have enough bones. I'll put the hunters to 4 and to only do hares and rats. Because at the moment we're still living off the peas. Yeah. I'm going to go see after planting is over if I can trade away some of my flint cores before they start to decay too much. Put them back on rationing again. Need to keep an eye on the overwork. Oh, now they started planting. Excellent. These guys need to wait, and these are doing tilling, aren't they? They are. Okay. They should have enough people to manage well. Ish. Ish. Almost done with planting. I could not get the new one completely done, so I paused it. This one is almost done as well. Oh, more goats. Okay, now I have 3 females. That's fine. Let's get the goat into... That's not what I wanted. I wanted to find the goat. There you go. I also got a male bull, a male cow. A bull, a male cow. There you go. I've placed my people on rationing and they're not happy. But they're back to being blue because they are basically starving. And I planted a very small patch of flax because I went and raided a bit of flax. Just a smidgen. Oh, we don't have straw. That's not good, is it? Nope. My poor people have been rationed to F and back. But why does it keep doing this? We have no choice. Because it has to last. I need you guys to go get straw. Yeah, straw is high prio. There's someone on it now. Good. I took away those 2 because can't afford to use the straw. So what I am going to do, I'm going to place down another one of the lovely stone pit huts. Was either that or nothing? Are you unhappy? Yeah, you're too weak to work. Time to do that then. There you go. At least there's some food. I activated the hunters and the fishermen again. Because there should have been some replenishment now. Yeah. So little food. We have so little food. I need to slaughter my bull. I'm going to lose people to starvation, I'm sure of it. Good thing we've got tons of graves. Like tons of graves. Come on, go slaughter it. We can get some meat. Shoot it. First one to die. Of course, is it an older one or a young one? Looks like a young one. What a pity. It's just not enough food. There's still a way to go before the peas are ready. Well, at least we're getting food. So there. And now the peas are in. And that's the bull I had to slaughter. Poor bull. Well, we had to, because we already had the starvation death. Can't have more. Now we're getting pears as well that people love. We had quite a few pear trees, didn't we? We had quite a few. Look at my leader. She's old as the sin. Everything is put to default. Oh. Go get straw, people. But this one is ready to be planted. I just need to see if I actually have enough people to do it. I need to wait till she dies from old age before I put on rationing again. She has 1.5 days left or something like that. Yeah. When their fitness is at 0, that's when they are supposed to pass. Yeah. Time for planting again. Tilling, planting. Do I have enough people for this one? I don't have more people. I cannot spare more people, that's the thing. I'm at the max. Yeah. What's wheat with enough to fill this one? So 113. And of course we have 14 of the year 19. We are still living hand to mouth. This is hard. This is really hard. I'm not sure how many I can actually keep alive up here. What are you guys lacking? Oh, we're low on the wooden spears. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's just where I'm gonna call it. While we are still alive. But yeah, it is an eternal fight. There is no doubt about it. It's an eternal fight to keep people alive. Those are almost done. So it is possible, but it is really difficult. So we've been here now. So this is the 5th year we've been here. We have housing for everyone and mostly happy tribe. We've had very few birds and even fewer migrants. Yeah. So I think I'm going to continue and see if I can find a better place to migrate to. Because there's so little wild produce here. It's like there's nothing, and there's not even rose hips. So it's really difficult to make it go around. But at least we got some livestock that gives us a little bit of milk. And we do have one of each of the crop types, although of course wheat and flax is small, or at least flax is the tiny one. I'm going to get this one built so we can have a few bread. Wouldn't mind that at all. That would do good, actually. So all in all, with regards to surviving hardcore up here, never start with a big tribe. It is so difficult. And don't overbuild. Just don't build everything in one go. You have to do it step by step. Prioritize food always. Remember your graves. And remember, you don't have to have all the good housing. You can also have the poorer ones, like we do. We have quite a few of the stone pit huts as well, and also a few of the leather pit huts. But you need to be careful so you don't extinct whatever you have of wildlife. You need to be careful. You can always hunt the hares and the rats. Just get those done. But be careful with the bigger ones. This locality had very few horses. We only had 3 or 4 horses when we came, so I haven't dared to hunt them at all. But there were quite a few deer, so we need to save, so in case there's a rainy day. When shit hits the fan, we need something to fall back on, for sure. And yeah, get up farms bit by bit. And in the beginning, you will always use a lot more people than you will the coming years, because then you don't need to clear anymore. You don't need to clear the land anymore. So you will have more time to do the actual, just the weeding, which normally doesn't even take a day. And then you can start immediately tilling. So yeah, but this is something you need to check with, not only the levels of knowledge that your people have, but also the tools you have. So also when you hunt very little, you will have very little bones. So you could actually be a bit hampered because you're relying on the wooden spears rather than the bone house to do the tilling. So that is a bit of a backdraw. So the balance is not easy to find, and it's actually even harder to keep up here. We have had starvation deaths, we have had people leaving, and even though we were never more than 70 people, we still had people grumping about everything, even though we got up housing for everyone within a year. And within 2 years, we had good rotation on all the housing. And we got, I have overtasked the tribe. We have more farms than we have farmers to work on it, which is why you must play around and use the policies. As you can see, I use policies all the time, and you must do the same when you're this high up north. So yeah, that's it really. It's also important to remember the composition of your tribe. How many of your people have poor grades? Like the worst one you can have is apathy and yeah, the frail. Apathy and frail are the 2 worst you can have. Those are the negative grade 3s of both fitness and will. So yeah, be stingy with regards to what you accept of migrants. If they have livestock, I would take them. Be careful with banishing, because you're not getting rid of the banishing unrest until a while has passed, or your tribe leader dies or leaves or whatever. Or maybe that has changed. I need to go test it. I don't remember what has changed, but anyway. So thank you guys for following me on this journey. It was good fun and a lot of stress, a lot of frustration, I have to admit, because it's so difficult to get it to go around. But we managed barely. We just managed to stay alive-ish. with what we have managed to do. So I might continue to playing this, or perhaps migrate and find a bit better place, because this was really horrendous. Not a good place at all. But yeah, we shall see. And until then, have fun and take care.